Life is busy. There's so many things that you want to get done. There's so many opportunities. There's so many shiny objects and so many distractions. And we have only a set number of hours in a day to do all the things that we want to do. And when you think about it, there's people like Oprah and Richard Branson. They have the same number of hours in their day that we have. How do they do it? How does Richard Branson own 400 companies? I am pretty sure that they do things quite a bit differently than the rest of the people in the world. I'm Cindy Knorr, certified high performance coach and change agent with Synergy Coaching. Welcome back to the Goal Getter Life. I was always taught that I could do anything. If someone else can do it, then I can too. And why would I pay somebody else to do something if I can save money and do it myself? And I do a really good job of things, so I'll probably do a better job. And who likes waiting on someone else to do something when you've asked them to do it and you don't know if they're working on it or not, and you hate asking them, so how's it coming, with that project I gave you? So it's just so much easier to do everything yourself. That's the way a lot of high performers think, and I thought that way for a really long time. Add to that, it's not only what we put on our own plates, but other people find out how good we are at doing things and how we have such a high standard of excellence, and we're quick and we're organized. And so little by little, other people start asking us to do more things, and we just get bogged down with all kinds of stuff in our day, in our set number of hours that we have in our day. When you get out of bed, you hit the ground running, and you do so much during the day, and you're exhausted by the time you fall into bed at night, and you think to yourself, man, I was so busy today, but really, what did I get done? It doesn't really feel like you're very fulfilled because mostly you've been putting out fires and you're not really doing the things that are moving your life or your career or anything forward. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Yes, I was taught that I can do anything. And if anyone else can do it, then I can too. But I think for years, I got the word mixed up. And I think I was thinking I can do everything instead of I can do anything. Because when I started my photography business, I didn't have the money to pay anybody, and I didn't know that you could trade services back then. And I did try to do everything myself, and I tried to learn everything. And I thought, I'm going to learn how to do SEO myself. I'm going to make my own website. I'm going to learn all about marketing and sales and funnels and all the Photoshop that was advanced, and then printing, and I was stretching my own canvases and all kinds of stuff I was trying to do myself. And I was losing my mind actually, and not really moving my business forward very fast at all. I was busy all right, but my time was being sucked away doing all the wrong things and doing everything myself. I knew I hated doing my own books, for example, and I would spend so much time working through the numbers and the expenses and all kinds of stuff. It would take me days, and I hated every minute of it. And then one day I just decided I am going to just bundle all this stuff up and take it to an actual accountant. And when I went there, I couldn't believe how exciting it was to watch this guy. His face lit up when I handed him all my scraps of receipts and everything. And he sat at a computer. There was 2 big screens, and he flipped through my papers, and his fingers were like flying all over the keyboard so fast. But it was the look on his face that shocked me the most. I'm like, some people actually love doing this? Is that even possible? And then when I thought about it too, I thought, all those years I'd spent trying to do it myself and hating every minute of it. Here, I was actually robbing somebody of the opportunity to have such joy. This is kind of crazy, but that's what he loved to do. And I hated it so much, it doesn't even make sense for me to carry on doing that anymore. And so it was like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders when I could pay somebody to do something that they love to do, I hate to do. It's done. Amazing. We all have our own unique superpowers. And these are the things that we love to do, the things that light us up. And when you're doing them, time seems to just stand still. It could be hours and hours go by and you don't get up for any reason. You don't even realize that much time has gone by. And that's what my paperwork was for this accountant guy. And that's what coaching is for me right now. But the point is, if you can find something that you love to do and you do it well, and the world needs it, and the world will pay you for it, the Japanese call this concept Icky Guy. And I like to help people remember this word, which is kind of a crazy word, but I say everybody needs to wake up in the morning with an Icky Guy. So in this graphic, you'll see at the top what you love. There's a circle for that, and there's one for what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. And when all of these circles come together, in the middle is that sweet spot, which is called the Icky Guy. A lot of people might be doing something that they love and they might be good at it, but it's there's really not a market for it, or the world doesn't need it. Or maybe if the world does need it, they're just not getting paid for it for whatever reason. They don't have confidence in their sales techniques or things like that. But when you can get all of these tied together, that is called the Icky Guy. When you wake up in the morning with your Icky Guy, that is your reason for being. It's your purpose in life. So since we have only the set number of hours in each day, and we want to get the things done that are important to us, how do we do it? We make lists. I'm a real list person. I know some people make fun of list makers, but if you're a list person, you know who you are. And lists are awesome, right? I used to think that everything on the list was of equal value. So as long as I got the things done that were on the list, then that's all that mattered, right? So sometimes things like going and taking your dry cleaning in would be right beside doing a marketing message for my program or emailing a client. All things were on my list, and as long as I was crossing things off, then I was happy at the end of the day. And what happens is a lot of those things, they end up on your list and they get transferred over to the next day. Some things, and it's usually, you won't be surprised to hear this because I'm sure you already know it, it's the things that are the most important in your life. Those are the things that actually get bumped to the next day and the next day and the next day. And you're doing the little things and you're crossing stuff off your list. And sometimes you do something and you put it on your list just so you can cross it off, and you know when you do that. But the important stuff is not getting done. And so there needs to be something put in place to change that. A much better way of thinking about lists is to star or prioritize what's on your list and really make note of the things that will boost your life and will take you in the direction of where you want to go and who you want to be and the kind of future that you want to have. And you can take steps every day that will lead you into that future that you want. And so in order to do that, and you star the things that are important to you, those are the things that are your most important things. And you do those first if you can. It's best to do them early in the morning when you have the most energy and the most motivation and the most willpower, because they say you lose your willpower throughout the day. And if you keep putting those things off and thinking, oh, I'll get to it later, and you're getting the other things done on your list, you won't have the energy, and you know it already. This is common sense, but a lot of times common sense is not common practice. And we hear the same things over and over, and we still really don't do them. So this is your chance to say, you know what, I know this, and I'm actually going to do something about it for a change. The most important decision you will make each day is choosing what to make important. And that starts the moment you wake up in the morning. What do you do when you first wake up? If you're like most people these days, you check your phone. And you check your emails and you check social media. And that, my friend, is the worst thing you could ever do. If you check your phone, that's one of the differences between people who are successful and people who run around like a chicken with their head cut off all day, get to the end of the day feeling they were really busy, but they really didn't get a lot done. I love this quote by my personal mentor, Brendan Burchard. He said, "Your inbox is nothing but a convenient organizing system for other people's agendas." Isn't that awesome? Because what happens is you look at your email and somebody wants something from you. They need this or they need that. And so then what you're doing is you're responding to all these emails and doing what the other person needs done. But just the fact of you looking at your email, you have made your priority for the day putting out fires and doing what other people need from you. So instead, what you need to do is not look at your phone or your inbox or your social media at all for at least the first hour as soon as you wake up. And spend some time thinking about what it is that's important to you and what it is that you want to get done in your life. Ask yourself, what is my mission for today? What is my purpose? What is important to me? This is my life. And set your goals for that day, and little by little, day by day, when you do what you need to do today, these days all add up. And if you do just small things, it's remarkable how much they add up to the future that you want. You're creating it. Set your priorities and don't live up to other people's expectations of you. It's your life. Thank you for being here. For more everyday strategies on how to be your best and how to live an awesome life, subscribe to this channel. Comment, like, and share it with anyone you think might benefit. I'm Cindy Knorr, certified high performance coach and change agent with Synergy Coaching. The best in me recognizes and honors the very best in you.